Yo, yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Zuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. Hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm just chilling, just grabbed some breakfast from that corner store, taking a nice little stroll around the hood. Shout out to my Philly brothers, man. Shout out to my Badlands brothers, man. We out here. So, I'm usually somebody who likes to sleep in, especially on my days off, especially when I don't have my son. Shout out to my baby Mike. I love you, man. But I made sure I stood up a little early or got up a little early at least. Cause yeah, for a motherfucker like me, 11 a.m. is pretty early. I'm a night guy. What can I say? But you already know I put that alarm clock on. And I went ahead and I decided to watch this purse bid for the first time. That is the first time I've ever watched a live purse bid take place. And it was pretty interesting. It was interesting. There was some things that I expected to happen and things that I didn't expect to happen. I ain't gonna lie, this live purse bid had a lot of unexpected things going on. One of them, in my opinion, was I don't know who that was, but niggas be beeping at me. I don't be knowing who it is. One of the things that surprised me is that Teofimo Lopez's team with Takeover Promotions was one of the bidders, was one of the people who bidded on this fight. Another thing that surprised me was it was only two people who were actively bidding for the fight. I also thought that was interesting. I thought you would have had a few different promoters. I would have thought that Matchroom would have been in the building. I would have thought Top Rank would have been in the building. I would have thought MVP would have been in the building, but no. It was just Top Rank and Takeover Promotions, who is a newly found promotional company, by the way, to my knowledge. But Teofimo Lopez, Takeover Promotions, man, in my opinion, that motherfucker just wasted their time. I know it's all right to, you know, place your bid. You never know unless you take the chance, right? But to only put up $2 million when you know Devin Haney's a popular fighter, you know Keyshawn is a popular fighter, you know there's some demand for this fight. To only put up like what 2.35 million for this type of fight, it's like like his homie, whoever who it was, that placed that bid in, he must have just went to Puerto Rico to go on vacation. That was a waste of time. You feel what I'm saying? That was a complete waste of time, in my opinion. You should have definitely came with a bigger bag than that if your intentions were to get the rights to this fight. Another thing, Top Rank comes in and absolutely smokes Takeover Promotions and offers $8.55 million. $8,550,000 was put together by Top Rank. Solid, solid money, damn near quadruple what Teofimo Lopez's team offered. And there was no dispute outside of that. Usually I thought, you know what I mean, it would be like an auction type setting where it's like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? You offering 8, well, I'm gonna offer 9. Anybody offer 9, well, I offer 10. It just seemed like they placed their biddings. Whoever had the highest amount was the winner. I thought it would have been, more of an auction type setting. But then again, I've never watched the purse bid, so I couldn't tell you. All I ever did was wait for the purse bid to happen and read the reports on it. So it was good to get that type of transparency from the WBO. I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. But I just was a little disappointed that there was only 2 people bidding on the fight. Yeah, I mean, I thought that more people would be interested. I guess these promoters don't really see the potential in this fight being a big fight. Me as a promoter, I definitely would have taken a chance or at least put up a number because in all honesty, this fight has potential to do some numbers. You know what I'm saying? These guys, have a history of not liking each other. They're both young, hungry, uh, champions. I guess you would say Keyshawn, a former world champion, Devin, an active world champion. They're both in their primes, as far as I'm concerned. Both undefeated, both skilled. They don't like each other. I'm sure the promotion behind it will be pretty big. It's going to be a lot of mind games being played between DHP and Keyshawn Davis and his team. They've already started up their little trash talk. So I think this has all of the ingredients for an exciting fight. So it was crazy to me that they only had two people in the building that was willing to bid on this fight. You know what I'm saying? So the rights to the fight was bought over by Top Rank, which is Keyshawn Davis's promotional company. They got it for $8.5 million. So that means Keyshawn Davis, now I don't know if it's true, but reports stating that he was asking for, they saying $3 million. They saying that they offered him $3 million. They said he wanted more than that. Now the rumor is he wanted $5 million. He's gonna have to settle for $2.1 million, yo. He's gonna have to settle for $2.1 million, and that's significantly less than $5 million, if that's what he was asking for. And if Top Rank offered him $3 million, now he just took damn near $1 million less going to this purse bid. So definitely an L for Keyshawn. To be honest with you, he definitely could have got more, according to these reports. Devin Haney probably could have got more too, but that's what happens when you have a mandatory in front of you and they're not willing to bend the negotiations. They're not willing to take money that's being offered to them. So sounds like they both gonna take an L, to be honest with you. I mean, hopefully Keyshawn gets some good little sponsors to up his bread, because to be honest, 2.1 for a Devin Haney fight, and you being a former world champion and all of the things you bring to the table, I think you could have got a little bit more. Yep. Yeah, Bray. He's getting 25%, brother. So 25% of $8.5 million, $8,550,000 is like 2.1 and some change. So that's what he's getting. I ain't got the math directly in front of me right now, but he's getting 2.1 from what I understand. You know what I mean? He said, where that lame at? I don't know where he at. Like I said, these niggas be out here hiding. And I told niggas that I was gonna go live. I told niggas that I was gonna go live last night. Nah. I do speak Spanish, but I ain't about to help you with this sloppy shit you got going. But anyways, it sounds like we got a fight, Coffee. The purse bid is done. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the fight is confirmed, that it's locked in. None of that. That doesn't mean none of that. But what it does mean is that somebody bought the rights to the fight. Now it's up to these guys whether they want to accept that paper or not. You feel me? So it's either going to be Devin Haney is going to not be okay with the money and vacate his belt, which I doubt. Seems like he adamant about making the fight happen. Or Keyshawn Davis isn't going to be happy with that 2.1 million, and he's just going to let go of his opportunity to fight for the WBO welterweight title. It's either one of those things if they don't fight. Price Boy said Devin about to drop his belt. You sure? You sure? I seen Devin take significantly less money in the past and still fight when he was already a world champion. 6 million ain't that bad. Ain't that bad for him. But 2.1 for Keyshawn? That ain't good, especially when reports out here stating that he was looking for 5. That's what they saying online. I don't know what's true. But if it's true that he was looking for 5 and he ended up getting 2.1, that's more than 50% less than what you was asking for, brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's the update with the purse bid. I did enjoy the whole process. I ain't gonna lie. For bigger fights, I may definitely start looking at, purse bids more often. That was my first experience in watching one. And like I said, kind of crazy that only 2 people, kind of crazy that 2 people only bidded on the fight. And one of them just happened to be Teofimo Lopez. And for Teofimo Lopez to only offer $2 million for the purse bid is like, bro, are you even trying? What the fuck make you think that $2 million is suitable enough for both of these guys to fight? Like, you had to be trolling. You feel what I'm saying? You had to be trolling, only offering $2 million for Devin Haney and Keyshawn. That fight is worth a lot more than that. The Top Rank showed y'all niggas the bag. It showed y'all what it was really worth. So for those of y'all last night who voted and said that the purse bid would be between 6 to 8 million, you was right. I personally thought there would be more pushback. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'll be back at y'all tomorrow. Later on tonight to continue my reaction to this first bid between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. Y'all go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate everybody that contributed to the live today. And we gonna keep this shit moving, y'all. Until then, I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.